Okay, so it's hot at the top. You might not see Kate next week because I might make one of my impulsive decisions.
Bye.
So whenever you're ready.
Hello everybody, welcome to this week Kate and Assad Do Business. And I think I called this one When It's Hot at the Top.
When it's hot
When
at
it's
the
hot
top.
at the top. One thing that is blatantly apparent is that you and me argue.
Yep.
It's not arguing. Good start. My point about when it's hot at the top is that quite often arguments are relatively easy to handle in a business relationship because frankly they're not that sensitive or they're not that important.
All right.
Yeah?
Yep.
And this is really a vlog that's talking to people who are like us in a position where you are trying to lead a business. Because I am aware that some of the arguments you and I have are two things. One, pretty serious and significant.
Okay.
And two, they need to be quite private.
Yep.
There is a circumstance when there's business leaders, and I actually think you're really well placed if you have somebody to argue with about it, because otherwise you're on your own, buck stops with you.
Yep.
When it comes to something that A, matters,
Yep.
and B, as business leaders, you're on your own with.
Yeah.
And I just thought it'd be interesting, because we so blatantly do argue, to put out there this difficult question of whether if there are two of you, perhaps in a grander organisation that's like CEO and I don't know, management team, or perhaps it's, you know, level below that is CFO talking to CTO, or it's whatever, it's just two partners like us.
Okay.
You know, do you say yes, particularly if one of you is styled as a rank above?
Yep.
Majority, minority, shareholder, level above management, whatever.
Yep.
More important function than another important function, you know.
Yep.
Are you better off working with somebody who pretty much always goes your way? Are you better off arguing more, less, or whatever?
Is it good that we argue? Yes.
Yes.
I am glad I now have somebody to argue with, because typically the end result of that argument is a better decision. Is a better decision for the progress and movement of phase 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we both have the company's interests at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're aligned in that way.
Yeah.
You might have one approach, I may have a different approach, but we both care about the same common goal.
Yeah.
So I think that's critical that both leaders in this case, using the example you just mentioned, maybe MD and CEO or chairman or whatever it is, have the common goal. If you don't have the common goal and you're still arguing, I'm not quite sure where that leads you. I'm not quite sure where that can lead you.
Probably some kind of divorce.
Yeah, probably. So yes, it's good that it's argued. You know, I well documented. I've said it many times previously that, you know, it's tough on your own. I was on my own for many years and making decisions, good, bad, indifferent, all the time. And then someone comes along and you can bounce ideas off each other. You know, you can call it an argument, call it discussion, a heated discussion, whatever it is. But I'm very thankful that I'm now in that position to be able to kind of bounce ideas, argue, discuss things with you, Kate. That's the first thing. Your second question was what again? The first one was, is it good to argue? The second question was?
Well, I think the real question is, I doubt many people are going to disagree
Yep.
that it is actually quite healthy, particularly at leadership level, to debate important issues. If we put it that way, it's a fairly uncontentious thing to conclude, right?
Yep.
By the way, I too am really grateful that you're somebody who's prepared to argue with me.
So,
but I think one thing that is a bit more contentious perhaps is what's the right way to resolve an argument. I mean, I haven't thought this through before doing today. But I mean, now I reckon there probably is a way in which we tend to arrive at an answer when we argue.
I think what I've realised is sometimes everybody's different. Leaders are different, people are different, you know, that's a given. Sometimes people need time, they need time to reflect, to go away, get out of that environment, think on it, and then come back with a decision. I would put you in that category sometimes.
That I need to think.
That you need to think about things.
Yeah.
I think I do as well, but I think I'm much more impulsive.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But that's not
You
necessarily
are.
a good thing. It's not a bad thing either. But I think I'm much more impulsive. Where it can go wrong is if my stubbornness, your stubbornness, for example, just refuses to accept what the other person's saying. Yeah, and it can kind of turn toxic, and it's just me against you. Then the business is forgotten. It's not about that. Then it's just about me winning an argument with you, or you winning an argument against me.
Yeah, but
That's when
the
it can go wrong.
important tactic there, I reckon, is that I think, I mean, perhaps one of the reasons why sort of subconsciously I wanted to talk about this is out there, I think you quite often see this dynamic where there is this argument and you reach a point of standpoint and you're allowing each other time, as perhaps as a team, perhaps as more than two people, right? You're allowing each other the time that you're saying, you know, they can think on it overnight and they'll come to their senses kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think an important thing that I know I try to do, because I'm not necessarily that naturally good at it, is in that time to think, what have you left me with overnight
Yeah.
that I actually need to do more than in a passive way, just like let you come to your senses and you'll see I'm right.
Yeah.
And how am I going to use that space to think more objectively away from you when we're not arguing?
Yeah.
Do I need to adjust my own position
Yeah.
so that the next morning when we meet again or
Yeah.
we fire off that email that goes, actually, this is what we're going to do.
But there always has to be a big give and take. There has to be give and take.
You say that, but do you think there always is? Because I don't.
No, I think there is. No,
Well, between
I
us,
think
I
to
think
reach
we're quite good.
to I don't think there always is with other people. No, but I think to reach a conclusion
Yeah.
that's going to benefit your business, which is what what you're arguing about in the first place. You know, should you go left? Should you go right?
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially that's an
You gotta
argument.
do
Isn't it? I'm saying that way. You're saying that way, and then you know, there has to be a bit of give and take. If there's no give and take, then it's just it's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Pointless.
But I think the reason for saying it and bothering to say it on a vlog like this
Yeah.
is to say each of us, if you're leading a business or you're part of a management team, if there is that space where there is that decision making happening or that
Yeah.
argument being resolved and it's really important, then the one thing that you single-handedly can do is to ask yourself, are you doing everything you can to hear what the other person is trying to say
Yeah.
and to reason about whether or not there is any adjust you therefore need to take. And I think that is the way to get to
That's the way to
the
get
single-minded
It is.
decision.
It is, but not everybody can think like that. Not everybody can think like that, go away overnight, sleep on it, come back and kind of put yourself in the other person's shoes.
Everybody has the
You know,
opportunity to try that for themselves.
They do, but like I said, stubbornness, personality sometimes gets involved. And once that gets involved, then it's basically me against you, you against me, you know, X against Y. And that I
Mrs.
think,
Stubborn against Mr. Impulsive.
yeah, you know, I think some of my decisions are very impulsive, but I'm quite confident making a decision and living by it.
If I want your opinion, Assad, I'll give it to you.
Very good. I like. Which one's that from?
It's the Best Marigold Hotel.
Oh, is it? It's quite a recent film, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want your opinion. I'll give it to you.
I'll give it to you.
Very good. Yeah. Good. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, guys.
See you next
See you
week.
later. Bye bye.